What's up, y'all? This is Bizarre here to complete his series of his opinion of the top 10 Wrestlemanias of all time. Now, tonight is the biggest night in the history of sports entertainment. Tonight is WrestleMania. As you can see, I'm already pumped. I've had the smile on my face the last 4 days. Cannot wait. And I just want to say before I get started, I have seen Bill and Doug's and True Slayer's videos up of how their weekend is going. And I just want to say I'm glad that all of them are having fun down there, them and MB and Gilbert and Crazy Mike. I was supposed to be going too, but due to my university exam schedule, I was not able to attend. So anyway, I'm here to complete the series, and this is going to be my last video on this account. All my other videos from now on will be uploaded on my other accounts, so let's get right into it. I know a lot of people were disappointed, to say the least, that X7 was number 2 on my list. So what's number 1? Number 1 is WrestleMania 9. That's right, folks, WrestleMania 19, 2003. Now, why is this pay-per-view better, I believe, than WrestleMania 17? Yes, WrestleMania 17 did have some overall better matches than this show. However, this WrestleMania was the first WrestleMania ever, me going in and saying, I want to see every single match on this card. I mean, even 17, I didn't care about the 6-man tag. I didn't really care about the hardcore title match. I didn't really care about China versus Ivory. I didn't really care about the gimmick battle royal. This card, I cared about every single match. Like from the opening cruiserweight match to the world heavyweight title matches to Austin and Rock to Hogan and Vince. I was even looking forward to that. Shawn Michaels and Jericho, even the Undertaker's match. Just because it was an Undertaker match, I was looking forward to seeing it. And this WrestleMania did have some amazing build to it, especially for the main event matches. So, yeah, let's get right into it. Night kicked off with Rey Mysterio versus Matt Hardy. This was a good match, but it was too damn short. It was only like 5-6 minutes long. And they went on to have a better match on SmackDown about 2 or 3 months later. But this was still overall a very good match. Rey Mysterio pulling off some crazy shit, corkscrew moonsault to the outside. Very innovative head scissors at the start of the match. I'll give the match, I'll give it 2 3/4 stars. But that was a 5-minute match. If it would have gone for like another 5-10 minutes, I guarantee this would have been way over 3 stars. It might even hit 4 if I would have got enough time. So, nice way to open up the show. Next on the card was the handicap match. It was Undertaker, originally supposed to be partnered with Nathan Jones, but he was so bad in the ring that they took him off the card. So it was Undertaker versus A-Train and Big Show. This was the worst match of the night. This match was slow, uninteresting, which was really shocking since, it was an Undertaker match, and I was really looking forward to it, so I'm a mark for the Undertaker. And, normally he does good in big man matches. Well, at least he does decent in big man matches, and he can carry the bigger guys to a good match. But A-Train, never that good of a wrestler. And this is back when Big Show was like at probably his heaviest weight, maybe. So he wasn't moving around very good. And overall, worst match of the night. I'll give it a 1.5 stars. Undertaker wins, though. That was a plus. Third match of the night was the women's title match. It was a triple threat match. It was Trish Stratus versus Victoria versus Jazz. This was a good women's match. I was really into it. Had some really nice parts to it. Trish Stratus wins, and I believe that was her 4th women's title, 3rd or 4th, somewhere around there. But yeah, this was an overall very entertaining match between 3 of the best women's wrestlers in the history of the Fed. And yeah, I'll give this match, I'll give it 3 stars, since for a women's match this was very, very good. So yeah. Next up was the 3-way tag team match. It was Los Guerreros versus Team Angle at that point, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas versus Chris Benoit and Rhino. Rhino was, of course, replacing Edge. Edge was supposed to be in this match, but he got injured. So this match was very good. This was a damn good tag team match, I do have to say. Only problem was, again, it was a bit too short. If this would have gone for like another 5 or 10 minutes, this would have been a 4-star plus match at the rate it was going. Benoit and the Guerreros and the World Trade, they're pulling off all their great shit. Rhino even did some good stuff in this match. So this was overall very entertaining. I'll give it I'll give it a 3 stars again for this matchup. Like I said, very entertaining, very good placement. And it was kind of hard to believe that both Benoit and Guerrero in this match would go on to main event WrestleMania 20 the very next year. So next up on the card was sorry, I just have to make sure I'm right here. Was Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. Match of the night by far. I believe that this is their second best encounter, in my opinion, only behind their No Mercy match last year. But this was wrestling at its finest. You had some great stuff in this match. I believe it was JR who said, like, Shawn Michaels was in this match and it was like he was wrestling himself, and Jericho was in this match and it was like he was wrestling himself, because they have a very similar style. And that's what this was. This was excellent. Jericho played the heel very well. Shawn Michaels face very well, and I think Shawn Michaels wanted to do something special since it was his first WrestleMania in 5 years. So he really pulled off all the stops in this match. And this was the match that basically proved that, Shawn Michaels, he was back for good, and that he can still wrestle and still have these 5-star classic, well, this wasn't a 5-star match, but still have these 5-star classic type matches, these classic feel matches. And the only thing that did take away from it a little bit was that I did not like the fact that it ended with a roll-up. I would have rather a sweet chin music, or, even make him tap out with like a sharpshooter or something. But anyway, overall, this was an excellent match, 4.5 stars. Match of the night. And of WWE matches in 2003, this is the 3rd best match of the year, only behind Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle at the Royal Rumble, and Shawn Michaels and Triple H on Raw. But other than that, this is 3rd best match of the year. Excellent match. Up next was Triple H versus Booker T for the World Heavyweight Championship. I really like this match. This is Booker T's first title shot in the WWE. And I thought this worked out very well. I was actually really shocked that he got this title shot at WrestleMania. I had originally heard that they were supposed to do Triple H Scott Steiner 3, but the Triple H Scott Steiner matches were so goddamn bad, which they were, that they changed it to Booker T, since Booker T is a much better wrestler, and blah blah blah. All in all, it's a very good match. I really enjoyed seeing Triple H put the Indian Deathlock on Booker T. Hadn't seen that move in a while. And, Booker T does the Houston Hangover, like the best time I've ever seen in this match. It was so good. Great hang time. And JR and King's commentary is hilarious, so that added a lot to this match. I'll give this match 3 1/4 stars. I didn't like the ending where Booker T just fell over and Triple H hit him with the pedigree. Could have ended a little bit better, but overall, still a very good match. 3 1/4 stars. Up next was Vince McMahon versus Hulk Hogan in a street fight. Surprisingly, this was good. Not great, not very good, but it was good. Very entertaining, and it's 2 guys who are 50 years old, and they put on a very entertaining match, Not very many weapons used in this match, as you would expect. You had like a steel chairs, like the ladder was used for 1 second, but that's so Vince could do a leg drop off the top of it through Hogan through the announcer's table. That was very cool. And a lead pipe. Roddy Piper returns to a big pop, and I really like that. That was so unexpected. But overall, very entertaining bout, and Hogan wins in the end after being bloodied like a motherfucker, and hits the big boot and 3 leg drops, I believe, and then it was over. And that match, very entertaining. I'll give it 3 stars on the dot. That sounds about fair. And then up next was, to date, Stone Cold Steve Austin's last match. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. 3rd time they faced off at a WrestleMania. Great match. This was not as good as the WrestleMania 17 match, but it was better than the WrestleMania 15 match. Some great wrestling, and Austin said there was no better way for him to go out. I agree. This was a very good match, and it was no one really knew it would be his last match, but it was a perfect way for him to go out. So, 4-star match for the emotion and for everything behind it. Excellent. And then the main event, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. Again, a great match. Great wrestling match. If you're into actual wrestling matches, this is what you need to see. The botched shooting star press won't hurt it very much, and I do have to say that. I'll give it 4 stars even. This is the best WrestleMania of all time, I believe, anyway.